Welcome, cricket fans, to the Clean Bowl channel, where we aim to discuss everything West Indies cricket. Thank you for tuning in. Now, viewers, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons up front or at your leisure at any point during this video. And we will go ahead and proceed to the start of our presentation. In this video, we would like to discuss 5 talented West Indies cricketers who failed to impress at the test level. First on our list is none other than Charles Henry Allen, better known as Jim Allen, who hailed out of Montserrat in the Leeward Islands. Jim Allen was being talked about as a possible West Indies batsman when he signed for the World Series cricket in 1977. None other than Clive Lloyd said at the time he expected Allen to be the surprise star of the show. But Allen struggled and was rather a peripheral character. After the World Series cricket, he made 161 against Jamaica, but his form fell away afterwards, and he did not score another 100 in his remaining first-class career. Now, the stats on Jim Allen were as follows. In first-class cricket, he played 55 matches and averaged 30.67 runs per. And in List A, he played 15 matches and averaged 30.50 while accumulating 366 runs. Jim Allen, folks, out of Montserrat. Next up on our list is Kyle Hope of Barbados, who represented both Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago in regional cricket. Kyle Hope, the older brother of West Indies wicketkeeper Shea Hope, was left out of the Barbados team after averaging 19.90 in 12 first-class matches spread over his first 4 seasons. Having missed out on 2 full seasons, he returned to first-class cricket in 2015 through 2016, following a move to Trinidad and Tobago. It proves to be a rebirth for Hope. And after 4 50s in his first season for Trinidad and Tobago, he broke through in 2016 through 2017, moving to the top of the order and finishing second in the 4-day run charts with a total of 649 runs, which were accumulated at 49.92, including a maiden 100 against the Windward Islands. Those runs did earn Kyle a call-up to the West Indies ODI squad during the 2017 home series against India. He did get off to starts in all 3 matches he played in and looked assured each time, though a half-century proved elusive. His displays impressed the selectors enough for him to be picked on the 2017 Test Tour of England. However, this did not bode into or translate into success at the test level, even after his regional triumphs. Again, Kyle Hope. Our third featured player is Leon Johnson, hailing out of Guyana. This left-handed middle-order batsman made his first-class debut for Guyana at the age of 16, and he played 2 matches that season, but then had to wait 4 years for his next opportunity at the regional level. Leon Johnson, it was said, had the captaincy of the West Indies under-19 team during the World Cup in 2005 to 2006. When Johnson returned to Guyana lineup the following season, he had a solid Caribbean series and scored 427 runs at an average at 42.70, which was a consistent effort considering that he did not make a century during the campaign. The promising signs were enough for the West Indies selectors to choose Johnson for the ODI Tri-Series in Canada later that year, and he impressed with a half-century in his second match. He later earned a call-up to the Test squad to New Zealand. However, he did not become a regular at the highest level of the game for the West Indies. The stats for Leon Johnson are as follows. Test cricket, 9 matches, 403 runs at 25.18. ODIs, 6 matches, 98 runs at an average of 16.33. But when it's all said and done, Leon Johnson will be remembered as a stellar regional captain who led the Guyanese team to 4 regional championships before retiring in 2023. There you have it, folks. Leon Johnson. Next up is our number 4 selection of 5 players who failed to translate their regional success into international or test acclaim. We have for you at this point none other than Kieran Powell, who hails from Nevis in the Leeward Islands. Yes, Kieran Powell, the powerful left arm batsman, was indeed one of the most elegant batsmen and still is playing on the regional scene. Powell is a powerful left-hand opening batsman who began playing cricket when he was 8. Both he and his brother, Alan, have represented the Leeward Islands at the under-15 and under-19 level, while Kieran went on to break into the West Indies under-19 squad and played for Nevis in the 2006 Stanford 2020 tournament and brought his attacking game to the 2008 under-19 World Cup in Malaysia, where he entertained with his aggressive stroke play, which brought him 253 runs at a strike rate of 124. Powell was part of a depleted West Indies ODI side for the home series against Bangladesh the following year, but was dismissed for Golden Duck on debut. In the 2011 season, Powell was included in the test squad against India, replacing the out-of-form Ramnaresh Sawan. Powell continued to be in and out of the national team for 2 years after that, before a string of poor scores culminated in him being dropped after the Kingston Test against New Zealand in June of 2014. In February through March of 2015, Powell represented Sri Lanka's Tamil Union Cricket and Athletic Club in the Sri Lanka First Class League, but never got a taste of international cricket at the test level for the West Indies after that. Again, Kieran Powell out of Nevis. In 44 test matches, Powell averaged 25.76. In 46 ODIs, Powell averaged 22.84, while in T20 internationals, just a single match, he averaged 12 runs. And rounding off our 5 test cricketers who failed to impress at the international test level as expected, we have Devin Smith out of Grenada. Devin Smith, described as a belligerent left-handed opening batsman from Grenada, Smith was drafted into the West Indies squad ahead of the test series against India in March of 2002. And after making 750 runs for the Windward Islands in the Buster Cup, though he made his debut 13 months later against a far tougher opponent in his first test against Australia, Smith scored a blazing 62 in a losing course, but failed to score in the next test. A good eye compensates for his lack of footwork, and throughout the series he showed promise, but it wasn't enough, and he was dropped to smooth off the rough edges. In 2004, he was selected to open against England, and he immediately pulled the team out of a hole with a stroke-field century. But just as he began to settle into a groove, a freak neck injury left him with a fractured thumb, and he missed the next 2 tests. He was axed, and another failure in the test series against Australia in 2006, and spent 2 years in the wilderness. He returned to play in the one-day internationals against India in 2006 and 2007, and was picked for the World Cup squad in 2007. Now, he failed to move out of first gear against England in 2007, and he followed with a horror tour of Zimbabwe and South Africa that was only saved by his ODI best of 91 in Johannesburg. There you have it, folks. Devin Smith out of Grenada, a regional terror, if you will, in terms of his efficiency, but unable to translate it to full success at the test level. Smith averaged 23.78 in 43 test matches and averaged 24.62 in 47 ODIs, 33.83 in 6 T20s. Devin Smith. Thank you, fans, for tuning in, and please do hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.